Hello YouTube, how's it going? It's a professional here today, and today we are reviewing the RCV, or the Riot Control Van, a new unique vehicle, a kind of police vehicle, but it's available for purchase from Warstock Cash and Carry, and it can hold 6 people. A lot of people are saying that this is a giant waste, but I'm still gonna buy it just to show you guys, and let's see if there's anything good we can find about this car. Let's see if there's anything good about it. Let's purchase it. There we go. We wasted $2.5 million, but don't worry, I got plenty of money. Let's upgrade it now. So the RCV, also known as the Riot Control Vehicle, is a 6-person armored car. It's supposed to be a police vehicle, so technically it's one of the few police vehicles that you can actually own. It has 2 water cannons, one on the top, one on the back. They're controlled by the driver and the front passenger. This car has the typical upgrades. The only other noticeable upgrade on it is buying the second water cannon on it. The liveries are kind of disappointing because there is no real police livery. If you want to customize this car, I recommend you make it look like a police vehicle because that's what it's meant to be. I made mine all black and I kept it that way. I was disappointed though that there wasn't a police livery. But this vehicle also has a nice ram on the front, which you can pretty much push most cars out of the way, and some vehicles will actually explode when you hit it. This car actually has a very strange armor resistance. I will show you that a little later. Let's take a look at the ram right now. And here we are driving the RCV. We have 5 passengers in this test. The other 2 passengers will actually hang on the sides. Just avoid using a water cannon because you can knock those people off easily. But using the ram on this thing, if you're going fast enough, you can pretty much push traffic out of the way and you don't have to worry about spinning out. Some of the lighter vehicles, like especially aircraft, will actually explode when you hit them, but it won't damage your vehicle, so don't worry. And here we have an example. I just ram a buzzard and I go full speed and it just explodes. So this ram, it can do things. It can clear traffic, it can get enemies out of the way. So if you hit somebody hard enough with this, you'll definitely kill them. But certain vehicles will explode, certain ones won't. But I've tested it against a few helicopters and it does blow them up on impact. So this ram is good for clearing traffic. And here in this final test, we're going to be testing it against a car. This car is fully armored, doesn't destroy the car, but it does push it out of the way a huge distance. And I don't spin out, I keep driving straight. So here I wanted to show you guys the bullet resistance on this. It's really disappointing. For being an armored vehicle, this thing, you can't shoot somebody through a window. It's really disappointing. Even through the front windows, it will still kill them. So how can this possibly be a riot control van if it does not have bulletproof windows? I don't understand. And here I wanted to record a speed test to determine how fast this vehicle is. This vehicle is not a fast vehicle, so don't get me wrong here, but I wanted to see how fast it was in comparison to other vehicles. So I thought I would test it against a noose van, which would probably be the most similar vehicle to this category of vehicles, and this thing just blows it away. So while this riot control van is not a fast vehicle, it's definitely faster than the noose van, much faster than it. It will definitely get much quicker to its destination. Now, let's test it against a fire truck, because that's another vehicle that I could think of would be in a similar category. So this one, the fire truck I know is a quicker vehicle than other utility vehicles. So let's see exactly how fast it is here. Okay, so we're starting out. It's pretty even right now. Let's see. Is one going to get ahead of the other right now? Let's see. And the riot control van is getting ahead of the fire truck right now. Not by much, but it is getting ahead right now. So it's still faster than the fire truck still. So while this vehicle is not a fast vehicle, it's definitely faster than a lot of these other utility vehicles they have in the game, such as the noose van and the fire truck. So another thing that I wanted to point out about this vehicle, that even though the glass is not bulletproof, if you park this thing, you can if you are the back passengers, because the front passenger and the driver can't shoot, they can only shoot water cannons. But if you're the back passengers, you can actually shoot 360 completely around this vehicle. And if you turn this to the back like this, you could actually shoot everything behind you and they would not be able to shoot you out. And you can use the water cannon to stun enemies. This can't be used in heists, but I could see it being used for contact missions somewhat. And here also I wanted to point out that you cannot store this in a mobile operations center, so that's another disappointment. You need a facility. And here finally we have a damage resistance test, and the most disappointing thing about this vehicle is it takes 1 RPG, even though it looks like an armored van. But what's very strange about this vehicle is even though it takes 1 RPG, it takes 8 explosive sniper rounds. And here we have the pros and the cons. And the first pro is it's great for role-playing. Some people might not consider this a pro, but other people that want to record movies, especially with Rockstar Editor, they'll definitely consider that. And the reason I'm saying that is because now that they've added the riot gear uniform and they've kind of added a SWAT uniform, I could see people creating SWAT uniforms and trying to create their own movies with this. So definitely it would be good for that. And I'm actually gonna make my own riot control movie using this car in the future. And another pro here is it can carry 6 people, so definitely a plus. It can carry a lot of people. Third pro here is that the water cannons can stun. There's 2 on them, so there's no other vehicle really that has 2 water cannons. So if you drive into an area, you can actually stun a ton of enemies and prevent them from firing. You can knock them on the ground, and you can even possibly kill them with the water cannons while your other teammates clear the area out. That's what we did in the heist mission. We actually, one person was driving around stunning all the enemies with the water cannon, the other person was shooting them when they were on the ground. And the last pro here is that the ram can smash traffic. So it does have a ram on the front of it, and you can pretty much knock anything out of your way. You don't have to worry about this vehicle actually spinning out. And some of the lighter vehicles, like especially helicopters and other vehicles, you can smash into, they'll explode, and they won't really put any damage on the vehicle. And that's really it for the pros. Now look at the cons. It blows up in 1 RPG shot, so definitely a con. Like, I can't understand, like, what's the point of buying an armor upgrade for this if it only takes 1 RPG shot? Doesn't really make much sense to me. And it's supposed to be like a riot control van, so I was expecting that it would be armored. And it can't be used in heist. That's definitely a con. I was actually surprised by this. I thought that they would actually let you use this vehicle in heist. They let you use the barrage, but I don't understand why this one they don't let you use in heist. And another con that really annoyed me, this one really annoyed me, the glass is not bulletproof. So I don't understand how you can possibly have a riot control van, but you don't have bulletproof glass in it. And the glass even looks like it's bulletproof, so I don't understand why the glass can't be bulletproof. And another con here is it's just not worth the price. It costs $3,125,500. That's before the trade-in price. With the trade-in price, it still costs $2,350,000. So, like, think about it this way: do you want to buy like a big van that like has 2 water cannons on it, and then like put a ton of money into upgrading it with that? Like, people could buy other weaponized vehicles. So, I mean, if you have the money and you like it, get it. But other than that, I don't think that most players are going to find a use for this. They're not going to like it. And the final con here is that the water cannon can knock passengers off. So if there's people like hanging on the sides of your vehicle, if somebody uses the water cannon and they aim to the side, they can knock them off. This has happened to me several times while driving this, and it's annoying carrying a lot of passengers because they constantly fall off because somebody's on the water cannon. So that's my pros and cons. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if I missed anything. I am going to be using this car for a movie that I'm going to be making in the future. I don't know how long it's going to take to make it, but it's going to be a riot control movie. I hope you guys enjoy when I make that. And the next review that I'll be making is I will be reviewing the Doomsday heist itself. The heist itself, the story in the heist, the missions, if the pay is worth it, and so forth. So that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.